Attention Kansas City Northlanders. Football is back, and so am I, with your August market update, and this one is a doozy. So let's start with Clay County. The average sales price in Clay County in August was $380,000, which is basically flatlined from August of last year, but it's up 1.5% year to date. The average days on market though, 40 days on market. That's up 17%. So we're seeing houses start to sit a little longer. Pricing and marketing are key. Inventory is up 8%, while supply is only up 4.5%. So what does that mean? It means we have more houses on the market, but it also means we have a few more buyers absorbing some of that inventory. This is a good thing as we start to see the market continue to balance out. Now, Platte County. Average sales price is $500,000, which is up also 1.5% year to date, but 5% over last August. Pending sales are up 21%, which I think is pretty interesting. But here's the craziest stat in today's update. The average days on market in Platte County in August was 60, more than double what we saw from last year. Inventory is up 8%, but supply is flat, which means buyers are really coming out and absorbing all of the extra inventory. It's just taking longer for it to happen. So here's what all of this means if you're a homeowner in the Northland. It means there's buyers out there still, but pricing is more important than ever. Long gone are the days of 2 or 3 years ago where we could just slap whatever price that you wanted to on your house and expect to get that. We really need to dial into the comps, and we need to be conservative on list price if we need to get your house sold. This is not the kind of market where we just throw it up and watch it go. We're gonna have to be a lot more strategic than that. And honestly, the best advice I can give you, make sure that you're taking your realtor's advice seriously and make sure you have a realtor who's gonna be honest with you about pricing. Because at the end of the day, it does you no good, it does us no good to list your house and just have it sit there and not sell. And that is what we're seeing happening over and over and over again. Price reductions are way up. And even though house prices, sale prices are holding firm, we've just got to be more realistic on the list price when we go to market. And if it's not moving, you need to be aggressive with those price reductions. Also, I would say this is not a do-it-yourself kind of season. A lot of times we have sellers who say, I just want to sell the house as is. I don't think that's a great strategy right now in this market. We're gonna have to plan to get the house ready for market and maybe do a little bit more work to it than we had to a couple years ago as well. Buyers are getting a little pickier, and understandably. I also think interest rates are gonna play a huge role in this. They've come down here in the last 2 or 3 weeks. We're starting to see a little bit of an uptick in refis. For example, if your rate is over 7% right now, you probably need to look into doing a refinance. But I think we also may continue to see those interest rates can come down some. As we see interest rates come down, I think that's gonna have an impact on the buyers that are coming out and what that's gonna do to supply, inventory, and prices. But we're also coming into a winter market here in a couple months, which can also tend to slow things down. So it's gonna be really interesting to see what happens over the next few months. What do we take away from this? Well, a couple big takeaways. Prices are holding strong, but we cannot get too aggressive with price. We've gotta be conservative with list price, much more conservative than we have. And that's a conversation I'm having with sellers on basically a daily basis. I'm Joe Nelson with the Nelson Home Group, KC's highest rated real estate team on Google. Give me a call if you'd like to get your house sold before the playoffs. See you next time.